Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. So today we will be flying to Tivat in Montenegro. We are here at Innsbruck Airport. And yeah, we will be trying GSX today for the first time. So hopefully that will go as planned and will be working. We have here the Tyrolean jet services, which should be correct for this airport. And we are flying the Condor Boeing 737-800 today. The flight should be about an hour and 20 minutes, so pretty short flight. And yeah, let's get started. First things first, we will call our boarding, so request boarding. Boarding requested. So let's see. Okay, the ground services are getting into position, loading the bags momentarily, and let's see, pilots boarding starting, so I guess that's where the pilots come out. Yes. Just look at that. Interesting. They changed the stairs for the back of the airplane. Okay, crew boarding starting, so I guess the flight attendants will come out of the bus. Yes, exactly. Okay. So let's get ready and start to set up the plane, as the pilots are already on board. So cockpit. Let me see. So first things first, batteries, ground power units, emergency exit lights. Let's get some panel brightness up, window heats, and let's align our IRS. Logo lights come to the on position. Our cruising altitude today will be flight level 290. So let's select that, 290. Bleeds, go to the off position. Seatbelt signs, auto, no smoking to the on position. Perfect. So continue our flows, panel brightness up. Today we will be flying from the co-pilot position, as I thought it would be nice to do so once in a while. Okay, so while we wait that the displays go to the on position, we can select already our fuel for today's flight, as I'm not really sure how it works via GSX. So 8,789 set, and our zero fuel weight is 61.8. So 61.8. That's all set and working. FMC position, low V, Innsbruck, and our GPS left position set. So we are flying from low V to Tivat, so Lima Yankee Tango Victor. Our flight number is Charlie Foxtrot Golf 2806, and our departure runway will be runway 26 today. Okay, interesting. Runway 26. We will be flying the Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure. There it is. From Rattenberg we are going via Yankee 703. Let me see. Should be correct. Okay, let me do just a direct RTT. So, and from there it should work. Yankee 703. Yes, no, it's working. Perfect. To ENN Innsbruck. Mike 726 over to Navigraph. Set. Then via Tango 101 over to Acado. From Acado we will be flying from Lima 613 over to Rivam. And from there we will be Mike 169. A lot of airways today. Mike 169 to Delta Bravo Kilo. So Delta Bravo Kilo. From there our final airway, Lima 187 over to Tango Alpha Zulu. And then we already have our arrival, which is localizer Yankee 32 via TAS 1 Echo. So TAS 1 Delta, TAS 1 Echo. There it is. Perfect. Activate. So we have our flight plan. Clear the discontinuity. Execute. Okay, looking good. So let's see what's happening with GSX. So the passengers are entering the aircraft, and our baggage is being loaded. This guy, I'm not sure what this guy is doing. Hearing music. Okay, I guess he now will continue. Yes, he does. Perfect. And the passengers are entering the aircraft as expected. Nice. Okay, let's continue our flows, performance initialization. So our zero fuel weight was 61.8. Our reserves for today's flight will be 2.9 tons. Our cost index 74. Our cruising level today 290, so let's punch it in. Average wind component 300 at 53. Set. So now let me just see what is our transition altitude on this departure. So we are flying the Rattenberg 1 Romeo departure, so flights, new flight from Simbrief. So low V and then sit. Let me see. Rattenberg 1 Romeo. There it is. And our transition altitude is 10,000 feet. Okay, perfect. So 10,000. Set. Execute. N1 limits. We can go full toga today. Why not? It's a short runway. Flaps 5. CG 4.86 and 152 on the V2 speed. So 152. Selected. And cruise was 290, so 290 set. Let's get our current QNH 1015 selected. Okay, we are looking good. As fuel is already loaded, we can get our APU started. APU bleed. Seatbelt signs on. And let's watch what GSX is doing in the meantime, as the FMC is basically done. The APU should be running now. Passengers are still boarding. Okay, let's continue our flows in the cockpit. So our IRS is aligned. Seems like a sharp turn directly after departure. Shouldn't be a problem. Terrain mode on. Let's kill the ILS frequencies plugged in here at the moment. Parking brake should be set. Now it is. That's all looking good. Flight directors over to the on position. We can get VNAV, LNAV. So, what was the trim for takeoff? Let me see. The trim is 4.86, so let me get the trim correct. Okay, trim is set. Let's plug in the V-speeds. Over to the on position. So, okay. FMC work is basically done. Our APU should be available, and it is. Perfect. So now we just have to wait that the boarding gets completed and we can get out of here. Let me just see, is the flight plan looking okay? It is. Okay, nice.
Passengers bus is coming.
So it seems like there's still one extra passenger bus coming. Yes, there it is. Oh man, full plane today, full plane today. Okay guys, it seems like boarding is now completed. Let me see what GSX is telling me. Okay, I need to close the doors, so let me do just that. FS actions, doors, close, 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 close. So doors should be closing. I can get rid of the ground services. and the plane should be ready shortly. Yeah, they are disconnecting the stairs. Okay, that is a little buggy, but okay, no problem. Hey George, welcome back. It's been some weeks. So it looks like we can request pushback. So let me get some lights on. And okay, let me request pushback. GSX, prepare pushback and departure. So let me see. Fuel pumps go all to the on position. Is there any fuel in the center? Yes, there is. So center pumps to the on position. Hydraulic pumps, probe heats, and yaw damper. Anti-collision light on. Okay, there's the guy with the bypass pin. Okay, nice. Bypass pin inserted. There comes the pushback truck.
Locking gear.
Locking gear. Nice. So we can get our transponder to the on position. Okay, we want the nose to the left and tail to the right as we are starting from runway 26. Release parking brake. Disconnected.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, we are pushing back, so we can start our right engine. Okay, what the hell? Okay, now he is pushing. So 25% N2, fuel. I like how GSX pushes one perfectly onto the taxi line, so that's really good. This engine is up and running. Let's start the left engine.
Set parking brake.
Set parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Okay, we will give him the confirmation of a good engine start in a couple of seconds. 23, 24, 25. Okay, we can introduce fuel. Left engine start. I'm not sure how to spell your name, Adarsh, but hey, how are you doing? So, we have a good engine start on both engines, so continuous engine generators over to the on position. We can confirm with GSX that we have a good engine start, so confirm.
Good engine start. You can disconnect.
Let's sync up the heading with our departure runway. That's looking good. So auto brakes RTO, flaps position 5.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so engine bleeds, APU bleed goes to off position, PEX goes auto, isolation valve auto, APU off, taxi lights, runway turn off lights. All looking good. Let me do a quick flight control checks, left, right, down and up. So, we will be waiting for the confirmation of this guy to the left. Okay, left side up. Have a good trip, perfect. So, auto throttle to the on position. Taxi and runway turn-off lights are on. That's all on and working. Okay. Release the parking brakes. Let's go. Can you name a plane, please, for a video? What do you mean? This is a 737-800. So we will be doing a backtrack on runway 26. And then take off. No problem. We will be entering now runway 26. So let's get the strobe lights on and the wing lights. Okay guys, so one final recall check. Perfect. Auto throttle is connected, VNAV, LNAV, all the right numbers are plugged in. Strobe lights are in the on position. Okay, so landing lights on. Overhead is looking good. Clock. So, 40%. Stabilized, set takeoff thrust. Takeoff thrust set, indications normal. And airspeed is alive. Checked.
80 knots.
Perfect. B1 and rotates.
2.
Slow rotation and there we are. Positive rate. Gear up. Okay, that's all okay. Follow the flight directors. So, gear to the off position. Auto brakes off. Runway turn-off lights off. Taxi lights off. Wing lights off. This is a crazy departure, guys, so I'm sorry if I can't provide wing views all the time, but I have to follow the flight directors as there are mountains everywhere and it's turbulent, so but we are flying this turn almost perfectly. Okay, autopilot to the on position. Engine start switches off. So 10,000 feet. Landing lights off. No problem, George. Good luck for your test. So, QNH set standard. Okay, speed checked, flaps up. And it's getting cold, so ignition start switches over to continuous and anti-air is on. So we should be high enough to do a direct, which I will do. Let me see to where I can do a direct. Ekpis should be working. So where is it? There. And direct, execute, right hand turn. Okay, center fuel pumps to the off position. As we aren't in clouds anymore, we can get our anti-airs off again. Oh man, that looks just incredible with the mountains and snow. Just look at that. Hello Ludmila, how are you doing? So we can get the seatbelt signs over to the auto position. The rest is looking fine. So let's see, what is the best cruising altitude I can get out of this plane today? Okay, 290 is probably, as the flight is pretty short, is probably the best altitude. So okay, I will stay at 290. Okay, so more or less 200 miles for top of descent. So I will be away from the stream now for more or less 20 minutes. So just in case we reach top of descent, I will plug in here 10,000 feet, just in case. So the plane should automatically start descending if I'm not back in time, but I should be, so yeah. That's that. Overhead should be looking okay. It is. Okay, I'll leave you in this view. Okay guys, I'm back. Let me just change the time so we can see our approach. It's getting dark. The YouTube King, hey, I wish they had the 737-800 in the Xbox version. PMDG stated, if I'm correct, that the 737, the complete lineup, so the 600, 700, 800 and 900 will eventually come to Xbox. So I think they said right around Sim Update 10. So Sim Update 10 should be dropping next week. So I think in the next 4 weeks the PMDG should come to Xbox. I'm not sure, but I think they said right around when Sim Update 10 drops, they should be able to push the planes to the marketplace, and yeah, that way you should be able to purchase the plane on Xbox. As I said, I'm not sure, but I think it will come to Xbox. So top of descent is coming up in 80 miles. So let me see. Which is our base altitude for descent? 1100. So let me plug it in. $1,100 is set. So now, let me put in dark mode. We will be flying the localizer on runway 32. So localizer Yankee, runway 32 will give us a localizer frequency of 111.3 sets, and on the left side 111.3 selected, and our course will be 334. Okay, decision height is 200 as it refers to minimums. Okay, perfect. And we will need auto brakes 3 for our arrival. Okay, 40 miles for top of descent. We can calculate our landing speed, so we will use flaps 30, so 150. That's all looking good. Hey Gaspar, how are you doing, my friends? Hope you are doing well. We will start our descent shortly, more or less, I don't know, 25 miles. Let me push the time once more a little back so that we have daytime on approach. That's looking good. And we are descending. So, terrain mode on. That's all set. Throttle is rolling back. We have our frequencies plugged in, our course is set. Our base altitude for our VNAV descent is set, so all is looking good. Only one thing to do, check the meta for our arrival airport. So, Tivat meta. Oh, our QNH is actually really 1013 at Tivat. So, perfect. So we can get our seatbelt signs to the on position. So to brief the approach, this is a really beautiful approach into Tivat. So it's an offset localizer approach, which means, let me see, approach localizer Yankee runway 32. So as you can see here, we intercept the localizer at 334 degrees. At the point Tango Victor 301, that's a waypoint, and we fly over a forest near the sea, continue descending on the localizer, and then we'll disconnect. As you can see, offset localizer approach. The localizer is basically based here, so we are flying not directly on the runway, but slightly to the right. And when we become visual with the runway, we'll disconnect the autopilot and make the final turn visually into the runway. So it's a really nice approach. One of my favorite airports in Europe. And yeah. Let's see how good I can butter this plane today. It's not an easy approach. So yeah, we will see. So, if I'm not mistaken, this should be Dubrovnik, Croatia. Let me see. Also a really beautiful airport we should fly to one day. Let me see if it is. Yes. Here's Dubrovnik. That should be the airport of Dubrovnik. Or am I mistaken? It should be, yes. Yes, it is. Nice. So we are at 12,000 feet. So we should be arriving momentarily. If I am correct, this should be Tivat and the airport should be there. And we will come around and land. So yeah, I think there's the runway. So we can set our QNH now, which it is. Okay, 10,000 feet. We can get our landing lights to the on position and our wing lights on. So we might need some drag, so let's extend the speed brakes. Speed brakes are extended. That's all looking good. Let's sync up our heading with our final approach heading, which is 334. Perfect. So I presume we will now continue on a heading of 120. Then turn to the right, inbound Lasti, where also is a holding point in case we need to hold. And then we shall turn back and intercept the localizer. Okay. Should be easy. And there's our airport, guys, Tivat. Beautiful approach. So you can see we will be entering the localizer here, and we'll fly straight ahead between those mountains onto the localizer, which is located here. And then we will do a final turn to the left for landing. 7,500 feet. So we are almost there. Speed intervene, so I can monitor the speed a little better. So I presume we will be flying into Lusty, 2 miles, and then we will enter this turn, because this should be the calculated hold, in case we would need to hold, which we don't. So I presume we will turn to the right, more or less 180 degrees, then do a complete turnaround and intercept the localizer here at Lusty again. That's what I think the FMC is doing, but let me check. Yeah, exactly. So we can get our engine start switches over continuous, seatbelt signs are on, wing lights are on, okay. So let me go vertical speeds and get our descent rate to 0, as we do not need to continue to descend now. 3,200 should be good for now. So we are now doing the turnarounds. So to make things a little easier, let me just get the direct. Okay, perfect. Beautiful sunset to our left side. Okay, we are a little fast, so let's get our speed down. 200 knots. Speed brakes out. The 800 really has problems decelerating. It's really difficult. So let us just check if the speed is still okay. It is 150. We can get approach on. Speed checked, flaps 1. Okay, let me turn on the replay. So we are recording. Recoil checked. The plane is having big trouble holding the speed. I'm not sure why. But the weather, the winds are also fluctuating pretty heavily. Not quite sure. $180 on the speed just to be safe. Okay, speed checked, flaps 5. This should help keep us slow. So this is the valley we will fly in. So we will fly here into the valley, turn left and fly the offset localizer approach. I can see the runway on the horizon, so perfect. And our glide slope is coming in, which is good news too. So 170 on the speed. Gear down. I'm having real trouble keeping the speed of the plane down. I'm not sure why, but it's okay. So speed checked, flaps 10. Yeah, I know. Let me get the GPWS callouts for terrain off. So check. And 165 on the speed. Flaps 15. Okay, gear is down. 3 greens. Okay, our final approach speed was 150, so plus 5, 155. So, runway turn off lights on. Give the cabin a ring. Still the speed brake out as the plane still doesn't want to decelerate for some odd reason, or decelerates really, really slowly. There's our runway. Okay, speed checked, flaps 25. And speed checked, flaps 30. Okay, I will disconnect now. Retract the spoilers. Spoilers armed. And flight directors off. And my auto throttles. And my airplane. Check. So let's see, it's a completely visual approach now. I do not have any glide slope guidance, but I have my puppies, which should be enough. So 150. Yeah, 2 whites, 2 reds. Let me see if I can get this plane down. Start the turn. Oh man, this approach in an Airbus is just so much easier. Okay, there we have it. 2 whites, 2 reds. Push the nose over. Check. Little high. Coming in nicely. Perfect. Continue. Stable. Check. 50 over the numbers. Perfect. And idle. And there we are. Butter, reversers. Okay, worked better than I thought. We are down. Auto brakes doing its thing. 80 knots. 70. Manual brakes. Stow the reversers. Welcome to Tivat, my friends. Okay, auto brakes to the off position. Flaps up. Flight directors should be off on both sides. Yes, reset the minima. And let's take the last exit. So, let's get APU on. Engine start switch is off. Clock off. Flight time 1 hour and 21 minutes. Landing lights off. Wing lights off. So, let me see. Parking, 3 suitable parkings. Let's get next page. Let's park 6. And yes, so follow me. I'm actually not sure where it is, so let me get the follow me car for GSX deboarding. There it is. So we can get our taxi lights on and our runway turn-off lights off. Let's follow this guy. APU is available, so plug it in. Engine bleeds off. Okay, it seems like this is our parking for the day. So, turning left here on stand 6. I presume we have to turn then to the right. I'm not really good at this type of parking. Ah, there's a guy waving us in, which is practical, so okay, I'm not quite sure if we are doing this correctly. Okay, I will stop here just to be sure. Parking brakes on and engines 1 and 2 off. Lights on, packs off, isolation valve. That wasn't a very good parking. Yeah. Okay, so that's all looking good. Our engines should be below 20%, which they are now. So anti-collision light goes off and seatbelt signs off. Okay, welcome to Tivat, guys. So I will be doing the deboarding right now. Okay, that's strange. Okay, let me do it this way. Parking 6 and then just warp me there. Okay. Now it should be possible to do the deboarding. At least I hope it is. Request deboarding. Thank you. So let me get the fuel pumps off, which they are. So let's check out the deboarding in GSX, and after that we will do the replay, which should sum up our flight today. So the baggage loaders are already doing their job. Okay, the deboarding is done by Wiz. Interesting. Ah, there's the passengers bus. And passengers deboarding. Okay guys, but I love this. This is done really, really good. Hey man, how are you doing? Oh man, he looks like a villain from from a Marvel movie. What the hell? Hey guys, smile! Why aren't you smiling, my friend? Probably isn't paid enough, this guy. So let's see if the passengers are coming out the airplane. Yes, they are. Perfect. This guy is like 10 years old and already flying alone. Okay, nice. That's the only thing I do not get about GSX. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Nice. So let me see if I can push the deboarding to be a little bit faster, because if not, we will be here tomorrow. So, timings and passengers, density, insane. So let me see if that changes anything. This should deboard the people a lot faster. And yes, it is. There are now coming 20 people at the same time. Nice. So, and I can show you the airport from Tivat. I just bought it recently. I love this airport. It's just a fun approach. So that's a terminal from the inside. I mean, it isn't a great terminal, but it's probably also a small airport. But the view to the outside is really, really nice, really seamlessly. All the passengers going to the bus. I'm not quite sure at this airport if there would be needed a bus, because I mean the terminal is right here. But okay, it is what it is. That's the other part of the terminal. Terminal 2, okay, but where is Terminal 1? I guess this here is Terminal 1 then? Probably. Aerodrome Tivat, okay. Interesting, yeah, probably this is Terminal 1 then. We parked at Terminal 2. Yeah, that's Terminal 1 then. Wait a minute, there are people. Are this the... What the hell? Okay, that looks creepy. You can't even see the faces. Interesting. And that's a tower. So let's see what the plane is doing. We are still deboarding, as it seems. That's a second bus. Okay, there should be a third and last bus for the final passengers. Yes, there will be coming a third bus, which will be the last one. So this one is going, the other one is coming, and presumably driving right through it. So there are still some things which should be fixed. But yeah, I find GSX to be a fun, nice little program which adds to the realism. So it is a nice add-on, but I think for the price they are charging at the moment, like, I don't know, 40 bucks. I paid 38, 39 bucks what I paid. I think it's still a little bit too buggy. So fuel trucks driving through the wings, passenger buses driving through other passenger buses, people going through the body of other people, which you probably can see right here. Yeah, there you see it. Yeah, this guy is just walking through the other guy. That are all things I hope get fixed. Because if you pay like, I don't know, 40 bucks for a ground handling add-on, that's a lot of money. Because it's not a plane, it's just an ground handling add-on. I think that type of stuff should be working, but okay, let's see. Maybe they drop some updates and make it look better. Because in principle, this is a really great add-on. So yeah, I think deboarding should be completed now, or at least the passenger deboarding. There will be now a pilots and a crew deboarding. And yeah, after that we can do our replays. Yeah, that's all done. That's all looking good. So the baggage is already in the terminal. It's only the crew deboarding which is missing. Let me see. GSX. Deboarding completed. Okay. Okay, it's completed. Okay, then we can operate the stairs. Stairs operating. Let me see. Close door. Close. So ground services. Next page. Next page. Okay, interesting. Ah, okay. Stairs are going. Okay, let me disconnect GSX now for the replay to work properly. Okay, GSX is turned off. Let me get some music up and running. And the replay, where is it? Flight recorder, replay. Pause replay. So the scenery needs to load in. Okay. So let's see how good our landing was. Let me see. Not sure if the flaps will come out or not. Okay, they won't. So let's see if it was a butter or not. Give me just a second. Let me turn the time back because the deboarding time doesn't count for our landing. So that's more or less what we had. Resume replay. So we were coming in to whites to reds. Yeah, that was a good landing. Simtoolkit Pro gave me 120 feet a minute, so that's looking fine. Let's see once more. Yes, that's a good landing. Almost perfect. Okay, guys. So I will let you in this view right here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope to see you back on my next stream, which I'm not sure when it will be, but I will let you know through our Discord. And Discord link is, by the way, in live chat if you still want to join. And yeah, enjoy the views, guys. See you next stream.